recognizing opportunity when it presents itself and not waiting for it to happen. What you think about that, God?
Yeah, man. The world is changing so fast right before our eyes, man. It's like you got to be able to adapt and adjust. Every time you look on the news, it's something. It's almost a shock. And it's almost like a distraction to your own development, because it's like you got to pause sometime on your track to make sure you should keep going the way you're going, or should you detour. And that's the biggest challenge for most of us, because sometimes life requires you to detour. Sometimes it might be just for a moment. Sometimes it can be temporary, but to stay fixated in a situation that's non-conducive sometimes is the biggest self-destruction we face. That's why I say like we on a treadmill sometimes. We moving, but we ain't going nowhere. So we want to try to figure out how to get off that treadmill and make that energy count. And we're going to call this Freestyle Thursday, because we're going to build on a little bit of everything.
Right.
That's what it is.
No doubt. I like the idea, man, of ushering in a whole new world, man. It's like Rise of the Machines, and we up against the machine way of thinking, man. We trying to instill quality individuals and rebuild us from the ground up and throw away that old shit that didn't work, and stop trying to hold on to useless ideas and concepts that never helped us construct anything. The only thing it did was gave us a bunch of crutches and a bunch of excuses and a bunch of things that didn't allow us to walk on our own. And so that's what we out to do, man. It's really an honor for us to really start this mission and be on it, because we really trying to build a whole new world through our youth. We really don't want to pass on any of our negative traits that we had, any of the mistakes that we made. We're here to tell you not to do it. That way, when the new world come in, you'll recognize you don't gotta go to prison. You don't have to commit crime to feel validated. You don't have to follow behind somebody who you think is a leader. You will understand that leadership is a quality that is already in you naturally. You can take a few pointers and bring out the leadership in you, but never fall victim to being an idol worshiper, following men and following the ideas of men, unless those ideas mesh with the ideas that you have. And it's about liberating yourself, your mind, your people, and building something constructive, and not trying to repeat something that we already done. So when I say we the architects of a new world, we're actually designing a new mind, a new idea, and basically a new everything for our people to feed off, to lunch on, to eat from. You know what I'm saying? Preparing the Last Supper for real, so you can eat at the table of the gods and get that information and that power and that knowledge of self.
No doubt, no doubt. Real quick on a side note, have any of y'all heard of I-3 Atlas? It's called I-3 Atlas. It's a big asteroid or something that's hurling through the atmosphere out there in the cosmos. They're not really talking a lot about it. They can't track its movement. It's going so fast. They don't have no plan, and it's coming towards this direction. And it's something that I think a lot of us need to really pay attention to, because oftentimes when we're the most distracted, especially like by politics and things that's going on in the world, here comes something that blindsides us every time, because something captivates our attention to the magnitude that we just turn our back to any other reality. And there's always something that we never foreseen coming. So if you ever get a chance, Google I-3 Atlas and look up the update, the latest trajectory. Where is it? What's the damage? How big is it? The thing is so big, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that they really keeping it on the hush and not talking about it. That's because they don't have enough information on it. And you know, when they get some information to blind you with, they will give it to you. But when they don't speak about it, that's because they ain't found the way to wrap it up in the fluff, to keep you deceived. So be on point for all kinds of information, all kinds of transformation that's going on. Because this is a spiritual warfare going on. It's getting real. It's whose side you with. It ain't no middle ground. A lot of people talking about they in the middle now. You can't be in the middle. You got to pick a side. Whether you pick a side or the side going to pick you. It's just that simple. So you got to really know what force you fighting for, whether you're an agent of light or you're an agent of darkness. But it's one of the forces that you're going to represent in this battle that's going on now. It's like a spiritual warfare. Right versus wrong. Good versus evil. So, and it's like, what side are you on? What frequency are you representing? If you want to know, it doesn't matter what you believe in, who you follow, what you look up to. It's what frequency are you representing while you're in this physical vessel. What kind of energy are you emitting? What kind of contribution are you giving back to the world or to humanity or to your brother man? That's the question to be asked when you want to put your soul on the scales of Mayat to determine whether you're going to go to this afterlife that you think your soul may go to. So it's a frequency that you'll always live through and feel and experience no matter what realm it is. So be careful about the energy that you emit.
No doubt. That's the preparation ground or building that structure that you're going to forever have to live in, man. This house is eternal. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of them temporary houses. When you construct that fort with your spiritual information and enlightenment, you're building a house or a vessel for you to travel through interdimensions, man. This shit is deep. I like the fact that Brother Knowledge brought up that issue, but I want to focus on the distractions, because a lot of times when you look at the ostrich degree, an ostrich buries its head in the sand as if its body isn't still exposed. And that's what those distractions do. It make us bury ourselves in ideas of this is important, that is important, my life is on the line, and most of the times it be about frivolous shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be about what don't matter. And while you focusing on that, it's some stuff that's going on that can really affect your very existence. And a lot of times we dealing with media propaganda. So like the brother said, before they can explain it, they gonna propagandize off of it first. They might even give it one of them fancy names and put your name on it. It's the ISIS comment. It's the nuclear, you know how they do. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you done bit into the propaganda and you done fell victim to it. And the whole time, you know what I mean? It was something that really, really, really is detrimental to our entire existence. And sometimes this pain forces us to come together. As I've been observing what's been going on, I've been seeing a few people giving out groceries, man, and getting that community love back. And you know what I'm saying? Just pulling up. You know what I mean? Loaded with the eats and giving back to the community. And I love that, because that's what I think that all of this taken away is forcing us to do. It's really making us do what we should be doing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, let me smack the shit out y'all to remind you this is what you should have been doing. Instead of waiting for disaster to strike. Instead of being proactive, instead of being reactive, instead of proactive. And a lot of times we're always in that predicament. We always see a situation after it happened. You know what I'm saying? That hindsight shit. So what we got to do is open our third eye, man, and keep our vision clear so we can see things before it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how I was on social media today and I saw some information in reference to them complimenting Baltimore and the Bronx on their low violence levels. And I was like, damn, just last month I took Baltimore to the Bronx. And now they're just getting on the bandwagon trying to figure out how can we connect Baltimore with the Bronx and create that unity so we can try to create a statewide CBI program. And I'm like, here we go again. Maybe they got a whiff of my recipe book and now all of a sudden this is important to them. But that's what we do, man. We visionaries and we here to create. We here to help. We here to exalt our people, man, and take us, you know what I'm saying, to the next level. You know what I mean? So buckle up, man, because we always gonna go for a ride, man. But one thing I want to share with y'all is the idea that they are planning something. They have think tanks where they sit down and plan. My question is, where's our think tanks? Where are our men of great minds that are sitting at the round table constructing thoughts and ideas and plans? Can we get out of each other way? Can we allow, you know what I'm saying, whatever leadership qualities the next brother have or the next sister have and sit down at the round table and construct a plan? Can we keep our big ass mouth shut so our plan don't get in the ear of the wrong people? Do we have the discretionary knowledge to know when to shut the fuck up when we talking about a plan that works around the wrong people? So talk black to us and talk back to us as me and the brother build on this Freestyle Thursday, man. So we give y'all some medicine that y'all been needing for a while. You know what I'm saying?
No deal. Now, salute, Elo, Ren, I think that's you. Peace, Out of Exile podcast. That's Ren, right?
Yeah, no doubt,
yeah,
no
peace,
doubt.
Elo, no
peace,
doubt.
Elo.
Yeah, check the I3 Atlas out, Elo. I know you want it. You know what I mean? They on to something. My biggest fear with stuff like that, man, is that this is where a lot of the bacterias and the biological warfare agents come from. These extra interstellar forces rocks and shit that into our atmosphere, then into our waters, and eventually into our water system. And we end up consuming it because it go in the soil. You know, they be microscopic components a lot of times, and this is where a lot of them viruses and them foreign agents and bacteria really come from a lot of times. So I just be on the lookout for when stuff like that is close in the atmosphere, to be on the lookout for certain viruses and flus and outbreaks. Although we know they all manufactured anyway,
Right.
but they be the extra reasons and justifications they use. So I don't believe they're total liars. I believe they're half liars. I don't even believe the conspiracy theorists 100%.
Right.
I believe him halfway. So that's why you got to be really careful about how you grab information, because sometimes we are taking other people's information as if it's 100% factual,
Right.
and we'll go defend it with no substance to
No
it.
substance to clarity.
So, like, you know, I take everything with a grain of salt, because that other half's supposed to be your own individual intuition and wisdom that's giving credence to whatever it is you're supposed to represent or speak on. You should know what you're talking about, be able to give that information back to your people.
No,
But yeah, I wanted to give my salute to the people, man, that's coming together, that's trying to help each other out with the food drive, you know, since the stamp shortage, the cutoff and all these things to take place. Like, whenever you don't follow the laws of the universe will put you in a situation where you will have to forcefully cooperate. And sometimes, even back when doing segregation in the Jim Crow era, man, it's like when they didn't want us around and didn't want to let us in bathrooms and restaurants and in their establishments, it forced us to come together, because we woke up and say, damn, yo, they don't fuck with us. They don't want us around, so it made us say, okay, we're going to build our own shit.
Facts.
The only thing is that the shit we built was 100 times way better than anything they can even fathom.
Yep.
Because we was their original fathers and teachers anyway that taught them how to do everything. So they knew that we had the original ingredient. And the only way to do that is to divide us, but they didn't realize that we would come together the way we did when they separated us. And it made us powerful, and that's what gave the birth of Black Wall Street and stuff like that. So when tragedy and disaster come, and it seems like we being disenfranchised or left out or discriminated against, that's your opportunity to tap into your power and tap into your brother man power, so that y'all can come together and build something great. Because otherwise, when we feel comfortable, we don't move.
Right.
We get stuck and stagnant when we comfortable, when we feel like we made it or we content. We can't be content nowadays. We got to keep it moving. We got to keep pushing. Ain't no time to rest. And that's what it's about. And on another note, salute to my Ravens. We represented down there, beat the crap out of Miami, got the Miami coach fired. I'm with all that. That's what I'm talking about. I was there. Yeah, it was a good time though. Just a good atmosphere. Big shout out to them Ravens. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's get it. Freestyle Thursday. We talking about everything.
Yeah, we might go anywhere over the sun, beyond the sun, around it, in between it. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. That's what it's about, man. It's about current events and current affairs for me, man. I think that's what's most important, because there's a lot of stuff that's out of our attention that we really putting our head in the sand, as the Elo was speaking about. It's like, yo, problems right at our door any day now. Shit can just go totally left.
Yeah, and you don't even
it's
see it coming.
It's really scary, because it's almost like, okay, y'all be careful. Y'all picking out of y'all emotions now. Y'all making a lot of emotional choices. When them emotions wear off, where your logic's at? Something gonna have to carry.
Yeah.
There's nobody to give a fuck, and nobody want to hear you crying in tears.
Facts.
So be wise, man, on these choices y'all making. You know what I mean?
And be humble
Don't
enough to
let
say I was emotional at the
Yeah,
time.
and there's nothing wrong with changing your mind. You know what I mean? Don't stay stuck in a quicksand. Get the fuck out that quicksand.
No doubt.
Shit get real. I ain't gonna get religious or pop political tonight, but shit get real. Y'all better wake up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Better get real with yourself. If nobody else, get real with yourself.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely want to salute the people that's on point, though. A lot of times, man, we get overlooked. We are the people that's on point, but it's a bunch of other people that's doing their thing, putting the effort, the energy, and the work in with dealing with the youth and teaching them and helping them get employment. You know what I'm saying? Helping them get GEDs and, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to people when they say they need help. You know what I'm saying? And really giving back and really doing that community thing and being an architect of black love, not in conversation, but being an architect of black love and real material help. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing it full scale within action and not just talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, man, when I come to my group, you know what I'm saying, and Brother Knowledge bring his students in there who he got getting the CDL class, you know what I mean? And I look at them young brothers that's never been to prison, that's not in the street, not even attracted to it, you know what I'm saying? Young, powerful brothers that's learning the skill set, you know what I'm saying? And that's willing to sit under the tutelage of a brother like Knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And to all my people that reach out to our programs and who accept the help, who put their false pride aside and say, yo, look, shit got rough for me, I need a job.
Right.
All right, let me pull you in. Yo, so let me share this with you. Yo, I ain't got my GED. Yo, I need, all right, let me pull you in. Let me help you out. You know what I'm saying? Not in conversation, as I said, because a lot of times people talk a mean game. You know what I'm saying? Symbols with no substance. They look the part. They dress well, comb their hair to look it, style their clothes to look like they the best motherfucker in the world for the job. And the whole time motherfucker can't pull a lever. You know, they can't turn on a light switch. You know what I'm saying? But he look like he know his shit. And so we ain't falling for that bullshit no more, man. We got to be people of substance. We the best builders, like the brother was saying. So we the architects of a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? They got a new world order, but we got one too. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, not to get religious. The Bible say, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Well, what was wrong with the old one?
Right.
If you saw a new heaven and a new earth, obviously the old one was weighing out, or some shit was taking place in it that had to be done away with in order for the new idea and the new concept to be manifested. And we the ones bringing in that new heaven and that new earth, man. Make no mistake about it. You know what I'm saying? Every thought that we think, every idea, every concept, every book that we write, man, is a constructional brick in this pyramid of endurance. Because those pyramids that we left over in the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? They're just a symbol of what came from our mind. So if those structures still standing, imagine the thoughts that's in our hearts and in our minds that built those structures. Right. You know what I mean? And that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't glorifying in the past. We taking that information and walking right up into a new world with that same information, you know what I'm saying, to put us on that path of growth and development, man. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Raising our personal universe, the sun, moon, and stars, that man, woman, and child. Putting our personal house back in order first, then getting the community back in order, bringing the neighborhoods together, man. And if we got to suffer pain to force us to do that, y'all know what the revolutionary George Jackson said, lessons not learned in blood are soon forgotten.
That's right.
So we the only motherfuckers that gotta bleed.
Right.
We gotta bleed before we wake up. We gotta be hurt. Oh shit, I can't do that no more. I gotta unite with my people. You don't see whites doing that. They don't have the same religion.
Right.
Let's get deep into it. Them secret societies, they parts of 19 different damn religions.
Right.
But they drop that shit when it's time to come together for their idea, their plan, their concept. We the only motherfuckers so emotionally attached to religion, we don't know how to throw that shit to the side when it's time for our survival.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get out of that shit,
Why are we like that as a people?
Yeah, we gotta get out of it.
Man. We stay stuck and stagnated. You know what I mean? I'm looking at this little lecture, man, with this guy Zorhan Maldawi, the mayor, the one the mayor, the Muslim guy.
Yeah.
From out, I think he's an Asian guy, but he's Islamic. You know.
Yeah, his name is.
He's a democratic socialist, right? So it's like we're a capitalist society. You got communists, you got socialists, you got Marx. Call Marx was communist, and you got the socialism, and then you got the fucking fascism.
All the people who always tell me y'all don't think he is real with his shit, he is real. I'm telling y'all, it's not scripted. Just go ahead, because people be swearing that you don't be real when you talk like this. Right? I just want them to understand that you are.
So when you're talking about socialists, what he is like, his campaign is really kind of running on, I'm going to give you free bus, free educate, free. And you know, we always going for the free shit. So as a motherfucker talk about giving us something free, we're like, hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
About that.
So that's understandable to a degree at one point in time. But my thing is, you got to know people's ideology, right? I mean, like, the man, from my understanding, don't have much of a background, and definitely not politics to run no city like New York. Right. And when you talking about world transformation and this stuff that they talking about, this big no kings protest and stuff like that, right? When you talk about that, this is the Trojan horse kind of situation. Not saying the guy per se, because I don't know the guy. I'm not going to speak about the guy because I don't know.
But he could be an amazing
guy. You know, he deserve a chance too. You know what I'm saying? But are you willing to take on socialist ideals? That's what the people got to ask before they go rush into the ballot box.
Yeah.
Vote.
Right.
You know, they voting just because it's
Because
Democrat.
they didn't voting because of what they saw. Oh, I remember he still say free, so I'm going to vote for them.
Yeah, he giving
Or
up
was
free,
a D
he
next
talking
to
about
his
free
name?
transportation, but they not looking after after.
Nobody
effects of
looked
it.
in
Somebody
everything
gotta
before they vote.
They gotta get
Most people don't
exchanged
do that.
around. And then you got New York City. That's one of the major cities that if anything was gonna go under a one world order kind of transformation, they would start there.
Yeah.
That's where 911 start there.
Yeah.
You know. So when you do the science and you do the knowledge and stuff like that, his birthday was October the 19th. That's 911. Symbolically dealing with numbers and numerology and the systematic occult secret numerology, how they connected to world events and stuff like that, right? So it's some more stuff that's connected to the 9/11 and all that's in relation to him and those things. But a lot of people chart that to conspiracy theory. But here's my thing. When you have that, it panics people, right? Okay, he no tobacco, no more lottery. He taking all that out of the state of New York. I mean, for everything he running, there's none of that. No gambling, no lottery, no tobacco products. So them people that own them stores and run them stores, that ends their business. It shuts
Where
them
their
down,
majority
put
of their
them
funds
out of
come
business,
from.
right? So when that put them out of business, it start to make other people feel uncomfortable. So they start to move away because they don't like that rule of that rulership, right? So they move away. And what happened when they move away? Who moves in? Them Islamic people, more Muslims. Now you start to take up Sharia law. Now you operating out of those same principles of collectivizing the community. That's all Islamic. Now the bus man, the bus driver, he's Islamic. The teacher's Islamic. Everybody end up being Islamic. Now you done turned the capitalist society into a socialist movement and almost operating off of communist principles. And communism is just saying that the government control everything and everybody else is treated equal. You don't have no more than them. Socialism is just saying we want fairness. We want everybody to have fair. The government controls some, but you still can own some shit too. Right? But we still regulate it. That's close to communism, right? Then you got fascism when you got a dictator. That was like Benito Mussolini out of Italy, right? He that came up with the fascism. And that means I'm the dictator, y'all gonna do what I tell y'all to do, almost
Because
like
I'm
a dictator.
Dictatorship.
Right? So these are these things that's in alignment. Now they was talking about Trump. Now watch how Trump really look like the hero. Because now he gonna have to be the one that kind of put the muzzle on this Islamic this because they gonna merge because they here they already. The Islamic population is deep. You know, and that's what they want. Their religion first to them. You know, so they gonna go with the religion first and everything else second. And anybody that's not Islamic, you know how they feel about it. So it's gonna turn into a holy war in disguise because it's like my belief over yours, and it's a Christian nation. So you all voted to have a Islamic in a city like New York.
Y'all ain't even thinking about
to take
it.
over and change all y'all ways and rights to run the people out of the city to bring all the Islamic people to move in. Same way the Jews do. Run the people out and don't sell to them and only sell to Jews so it can only be them, which we should be doing too as a people. But we don't own nothing to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like the people that's black that don't understand that. They don't end up taking their shahada and falling right in line because they don't like Trump or Christians or capitalism. So you're going to give up your rights and your freedom of a capitalist society. Capitalism saying, yo, fair game. Get it where you live. You know, but if you're a person that want handouts and don't want to do that, you want government to have control, then you'll adopt socialist principles. And then you'll formulate with those ideologies of socialist Islamism, and all that going to be combined. It's going to be Islamism, socialism, fascism.
Isms.
All the isms.
All the schisms and isms. You know, and it's real. And anybody that's Islamism know how Sharia law goes. The Vatican do the same thing with their council, the canon. They call that as the canon, where they create these these groups to govern everything. I can be a man in Islam and I can live on this block and I can get 6 different women pregnant because they're my wives. Legally, under my law, I can have that. Now, these 6 different women on this block have kids by me. These kids that play in the block become my family. I got the whole block, all them women going downtown getting public assistance because ain't no man in the house. But I'm the father. They don't know because I ain't in the house. So now I'm the king. I'm getting all the bread. And that's how they formulate their societies, and they have the one above everybody else. And everybody's serving them. But that's in the East.
Big.
But now they slowly bringing that shit over here in the West. And now people better wake the fuck up.
Yeah, no
And that's
doubt.
straight like that.
I looked at it as the God was building. I was like, you know, it's a chapter in the 48 that say, beware the free gift. And a lot of times when you think you're getting something for free, it's a trick wrapped up in that shit.
Every
Not
time.
all the
You know
time.
Every
So
time.
you're always looking for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
And also the degree is so sophisticated. Like you got to be a critical thinker because it's a sophisticated form of gentrification taking place. It's like, damn, they're strategizing on a chessboard to make this happen, but it's going to indirectly push other people out.
All the people
It's
out there.
gentrifying them
Yeah.
and then putting in place and position who they really
Really
want.
want anyway.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Absolutely.
you have what I call the wild card. Because as the people begin to become new recruits, they don't really know what the fuck they get ready to
Get into
commit to.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
So
Absolutely.
as they cannot be disciplined enough for the law Sharia, they're going to produce, not that them niggas not already hypocrites, but they're going to produce a body of people that's going to be hypocritical even in that, and it's going to be that caste system. All within that little shit because no, they the non-believers.
Right.
And we the chosen ones.
Right.
And we got to treat them a certain way in this Quranic law to have slaves. No, it's Quranic law. You got to walk 3 paces behind the man when you on your monthly cycle. You know, it's going to be a lot of shit involved in that. You know what I'm saying? That's like the small pockets just out of that one
That you don't know this
spiritual,
country be your mandatory life.
right, just that out of that spiritual gentrification that they producing. And then for those that they do push out, they're going to run to other states with that same shit.
The same thing.
You get what I'm
They're gonna
saying?
Point them in position.
Right. And so it's almost like the holy war still taking place. And it's part of what they want anyway.
Yeah.
Because without those blood sacrifices, those demons don't get fed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That energy that is released through a lot of blood. That's what all the world wars really been about. It's been about
Sacrifice.
material gain. But at the same time, it has also been about creating that blood energy so the beast can live, because all religions, and I ain't attacking nobody belief, you'll find out when your ass wake up or it might be too late,
That's right.
have an element of sacrifice in it, and they don't question that.
Right.
If you walking around, slaughter all the non-believers, that's a lot of murders. God damn, you got more bodies than me.
Right.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? You condemning other religions, but you got to go to church and eat the bread, the flesh of Christ.
Right.
You got to drink the wine, the blood of Christ. All of this is symbolic,
Cannibal.
but it's representing blood drinking and meat. And
Listen to it. Listen to it.
And so it's like, damn, I never took a chance to pick that apart. You know what I'm saying? You got the concepts of sacrifice.
And I've never took the chance to pick that apart
You know
until
what
y'all
I'm
just
saying?
said it.
You got sacrifice involved in all of these, especially Islam, but even in Christianity, you have like historical sacrifices where God took Abraham, when Abraham took his son
Sacrifice the firstborn.
and
all that.
was supposed to sacrifice him, and when he went to do it, the angel of the Lord stopped his hand and all this shit, when God could have just read the intentions of his heart before he even took his son through that traumatic experience. And they give all this woo praise to this God who really supposed to know the heart of everybody anyway.
Right.
So if you already knew my heart was pure, why even take my son through that ordeal?
Right.
Why even walk me through that shit just so you could say to prove I'm faithful? But I thought you're supposed to know everything
You're
anyway.
supposed to already know that.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the all-knowing one. Then why is this ordeal even taking place if you already know the outcome of it? Why are you even walking us through this pain if you already know the outcome?
Right.
And so we gotta wake up and realize that, yo, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? We got more responsibility than we want to admit.
Right.
We don't want that though. No, let God handle it. No, the brothers, they gonna come through. No, you have to get up off your ass and make something happen. Because politics and all of it is to play out a idea that was not ours.
Right.
But it's like Brother Nala say, shit, you can't file out the game. You in the game, you gotta play it.
Play it. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
playing.
You
Yeah,
got,
motherfucker.
you
Yeah.
got to
You
play
want me
it.
to play it or you
Yeah.
play the
Yeah, you know
motherfucker?
what I'm saying?
Either
If
way.
you
I ain't playing.
Man, fuck that shit.
I ain't about that shit.
I ain't man, fuck that
We
shit.
already
yo.
in here.
Listen, you already in the game. You know what I'm saying? You forfeited your right in a lot of shit when you should have stood up. When we fought against, you know what I'm saying, integration, and we started building our own shit, we lost our identity
Got cute.
by trying to integrate. They swallowed up our shit, stole our inventions, because your black ass wanted to go sit in a white movie. And then whites are looking at you like you must really think we superior since you want to come with us after we done mistreated you.
Right.
You just had Black Wall Street. You just had Seneca. You just had all these villages of Rosewood and all these villages of independence, and somebody talked you into integrating,
Right.
to taking your black dollar out of there and putting it in this.
Give a shout out to Martin Luther King for that. Y'all fucking hero.
And now-
blame him.
All the shit you created gone, and now we begging and tripping off welfare.
In 2026, we still crying about fucking.
We done proved we can build our own everything, and you tripping off welfare. We'd have still had it if your ass didn't want to integrate and go in that movie. We had our own movie. Even when I was growing up, I seen more black-owned stores on every goddamn corner.
And they
You know
had
what I'm
actual
saying?
groceries, fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, you don't see
Was at the
none of
store.
that shit no
No
more.
produce. How you gonna produce if you don't have no
Produce. There you
Right.
go.
What are you producing?
Because growing
Right.
up, that's what we
Not
saw at the
producing
corner
nothing
store.
nutritionist.
That's right.
Yeah.
All we producing is shit that we getting out the corner convenience store.
Facts.
Processed food. And how much we can get for a bargain.
Mm.
It's like we'd rather pay cheap up front than
The
pay on the
99
back end.
cent store.
Yeah, getting all the cheapest foods. It's like certain shit I don't want cheap.
Right.
I don't want nothing that's gonna go in me or on me that's cheap.
I want
Yeah.
to point out a fact real quick. eBay over on Instagram was like, I love it. He loved the concept of the conversation. And I said, I can tell that everybody do because the numbers are going up from the views, but nobody's talking. That means everybody is taking heed and actually
They
listening.
Fact checking, y'all can fact
So,
check.
so I'm actually
Fact
telling
check.
eBay, shout out to you because I know it must be deep because
That's
nobody
what's
is saying a word, but the numbers are
Yeah,
not
we
dropping.
appreciate it, y'all. We appreciate it. No
No doubt,
doubt. We
man.
gotta give
Yeah,
it
so
to
I
you
ain't mean to
like
cut y'all off,
we
but I
like
had
to
to
speak on shit that
announce
people
that I
don't
see it,
want to
yeah.
speak on.
No
So
doubt.
don't take nothing personal. It's no telling what the fuck you gonna hear come out of my mouth.
I just want you to
Right.
know.
So
No
always be on point. Don't take it personal, and please don't pull me up about nothing I say because I'm gonna take that personal. Straight like that. No doubt.
Yeah, I like to play on words that the Elo was breaking down when he was talking about the produce. You know what I'm saying? Without produce, that definitely affects our productivity. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to produce the best. But it takes us back to the root of these words, man, and the power of how it all ties in. You know what I'm saying? When we deal with spelling, we call it casting a spell because it's spelling. And then one of their forms of writing was called cursive. It's a curse in it. That's why it's called cursive. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think it's casting a spell, the very words that you use, you know what I'm saying? The very language that they taught you, now they're trying to do away with cursive. Maybe it's because,
Done away with
yeah.
it.
I was gonna say they
and-
done away with
and
it.
a lot of people can't even write in cursive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we was learning how to cast some curses with cursive. So they decided to get that out of the curriculum. You know what I'm
They
saying?
changed the
But-
sound of the alphabet. The letters make different sounds.
No
now.
doubt.
I had to
no
go
doubt.
back to school in order to tutor because the alphabet letters are different
Yes.
now.
And-
I said, what?
Mhm. And this is how they take the value and the vibration out of a word by changing its enunciation, its pronunciation, and every other Asian that deals with it. This is why
Yeah.
in our original languages, when we said a word, the word actually carried a vibration. If you listen to scripture, God said, be, let there be light. This is how much power was in spoken word. So they figured, damn, let me fuck with these words so they don't even know how to speak anything into existence anymore. in the Quran of the Muslims, right? Allah says kum fayakun. You know what I'm saying? It's an Arabic word. Come on, Elo, let me build.
Please.
Allah says kum fayakun. And it is an Arabic word that means be, and it is. So these words had power. They had vibration, and vibration is sound, and sound creates objects, and objects create realities. And I think that that's what happened, man. We lost the power of speaking the word and then manifesting what we say. That's why it's such a disconnect between the words that we speak and the actions that we take. And so now we got to put you back on the path of saying the right word, because the right word carries a better vibration. And that's why when you talk to people, when your words ain't correct, automatically you can't raise their level of vibration because you're speaking in a lower frequency. You know what I'm saying? And that lower frequency keeps them, down low. And we here to raise our people up, man, to build them, to construct them, and give them that value, because it's all interconnected with language. You have a pupil in your eye, and one of the names for a student is a pupil. The pupil in the eye absorbs sunlight so you can see. So the pupil sitting in the classroom, like the pupil in the eye, is supposed to absorb the light, the knowledge of the teacher, so they can see better, so they can understand. To see is to understand. And to prove that, again, language. You might be talking to a blind motherfucker. He might be like, you understand? You see what I'm saying? He can't see shit. But when he asks you, do you see what he's saying? He know he blind. He's saying, do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, both of my eyes put out, and I say, you see what I'm saying? You know goddamn well I can't see.
See, but you understand where I'm coming from.
Right. And so the message is to see is to comprehend, and that is to understand. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the vibration that we try to attune our people into. Pay attention to words, pay attention to how things are said, and break that shit down and give it to the masses. Teach it.
And there's a way to do it. I'm not on camera, so nobody can see me, but I'm still going to talk in the background. There's a way to do it. Like, I'm going to get every employment thing that connects me to young people, and I'm going to take whatever training and certifications I need to have, but I'm still going to get in there and teach them what I know, what Miss V know, what I grew up on, what I know. Yeah, I know how to pass your test, but I still know what an apple is.
Right, no doubt.
I don't know what a purple is. I don't know what that is. And I'm not finna teach the children how to say the word like that. But we're going to pass your test.
No doubt.
A lot of people, I don't want to work at the school no more. These kids off the chain. That's because y'all gave right up and walked right away. Stop walking away.
Yeah, then we got to realize that the Hebrew word for school is sheol. It means hell. It's close to the word school. So they giving us these miseducations in school and these mispronunciations on purpose to mislead. Don't think the enemy is going to teach you right. Brother Knowledge just told me the other day, he said, Lakim, why do people push off bullshit on us that didn't work for them? Their old ass education, their old ass way of thinking, that outdated ass script, and they want to give it to the next generation when this shit never worked for them. So why are we going to sit our children in school? I'm not saying take them out of school. They may lock your ass up. But I'm saying you got to debrief them when they get home from all that bullshit. Because they're definitely going to give them a miseducation on purpose. They're not going to teach them how to run their own anything. They're going to teach them how to be subservient to somebody else and sit within, the confines of somebody else's leadership. But they're not going to make them a person or a student of independent thought. And we got to be on time and with our message. And timing is everything, man. And we can't wait past due time. When you look at the earth and how it's structured, you know what I'm saying, and how it moves around the sun and how it travels, you know what I'm saying, on its axis at the speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour. These are the actual facts, but there's something involved in this. When the earth moves around the sun in a certain amount of time and hours, we call it a complete day. But there is a crystal in the earth called a quartz crystal. And this quartz crystal is what our Egyptian ancestors used to tell time. This is why one of the oldest watches is called a quartz. Don't let these devils play no games. They learned all this shit from us. They had a quartz watch with a small little crystal in it made out of quartz to keep it accurate to tell time. And so they begin to manipulate time so we would be out of time and not in tune with time. And now our motherfucking time is running out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, Elo. You know what I mean?
Now you got me all. I'm all over here.
Add on. You know what
Googling
I'm
different
saying?
stuff in Hebrew with different words mean. And it's crazy.
All of it is illusion. Everything is a big lie. Everything
It's crazy.
you think of is a lie. Like we call this a table, but this is just what we agree to call it. It's not a table.
Right.
That's just what we just our term that we say. This is what we're
We
going to
said
say.
that's what this is.
So do it really exist? Hell no. Because we formulate the picture from the word we attach to it. Mm-hmm. So this is the vibration we send out. So that's how you know that we the creators of our reality.
I'm going from each Hebrew word to word to word. I'm getting all over the place. Mike Willie's over on YouTube said, man, these kids can't even tell time on the analog clock, let alone a watch. So they can't tell time, period, is what he's saying.
And the phone's doing worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I just see them do some of the dumbest shit with smartphones. It's like you got a smartphone, so you should have a reason. You should know how to use this smartphone to do whatever it is you need to do.
Facts.
But if you don't have no reservoir of information to dig into to pull out an idea from, then that's non-existent. And that's the problem.
Everything in school is on the laptop now.
We don't have a vision. We don't have no sight. We don't have a picture for nothing because we don't have a word for it. And if you don't have a word for it, you can't even see reality.
You can't even remember. Like we used to go to school and have your books and you got your homework. When you get home, you can go back and turn back and erase. So math, look at your math. Oh, I worked it out like this. Now I know how to do it. You don't have that no more because everything is on the computer that's left in the classroom. So when you get home, you ding dong if your parents don't know nothing.
Yeah, most parents don't.
And most parents don't know a thing.
No.
So the kids don't even know anything.
So it's like, how can you get mad when somebody call that shit out and say most of these kids gonna end up in prison if they don't make a change?
Because all they know how to do is ask to go to the bathroom, stand in line, and hold the track. That's all they're getting.
You know what I mean? It's like, look at the environment, look where you come from. What are the resources? What do you have at your disposal to make you a positive impact?
Right.
Like if you don't really have nobody to really go and grab you and yank you out of there, then it's like, yo, your parents' responsibility is to help give you a vision.
Right.
That's not society's responsibility.
Yeah.
To give your kid a vision. It's not the school responsibility to give your kid a vision.
Right.
That's shit starting home.
That starts
and it's
at
like
home.
We want to blame society and everybody else for our kids and our problems, our behavior. Like we got to learn to self-project and look at our own behavior.
I was told
We
that
don't want to look
today.
at our behavior. We don't want nobody to call out our behavior. So how are we going to change? It's like, are we happy with our status and our situation?
Of who
If
we
not,
are and where
why
we are.
Doing the same thing that keep us unhappy in it.
A gentleman told me today at work that most of the children I work with, he asked the ages of the people in the classroom. And they brought, like 2 of them were 8 and 1 of them was 7. And he said, so do you really think you being as stern as you are and wanting them to learn the way to read is good? Because at 8, if they ain't get it from home, they ain't gonna get it. I say because one day they're gonna think back and say, no, Miss Malone said this was this. So it works for me to teach it regardless. And I couldn't believe this grown black man was looking at me and trying to convince me that I'm fighting a losing battle because they're already 8 and I shouldn't be trying to teach anything but.
No, I beg to differ.
La.
No,
He was like, if they ain't get this at home at 8, they ain't gonna get it. You too stern. That's why everybody look at you like, well, they can look at me like that. I refuse to be around people that look like me and they be idiots. I refuse. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
But yo, like really like
agendas.
tried to put me in my place with that today.
Yeah, you got people have these agendas and they part of that system. They don't even know that they protecting that system.
They don't even get it.
Yeah, that reinforces that dependency. Because the less independent thought you have, the more you have to rely on machines, and that's that AI kicking in.
Yeah.
Where you're going to trade your own intelligence, the own electrical impulses your brain send throughout the body. The neurotransmitters function just like an inner computer. That's how they created that whole circuit board by looking at the pattern in the brain and putting that shit outside of you. They created an external brain ran by electricity, because the thought produces a spark of electricity in the brain. So the eye by which we watch things with, that's how they came up with the camera, by looking at the human eye. Eye is the vision, memory is the film.
Yeah.
So they say, well, fuck it. Let me make something mechanical that can do what the human eye do. It can record it. I can call back what it recorded. We can recall back what the eye saw by memory. So they produced everything that is naturally within us. Everything naturally in us, they produced it outwardly. And now they're enslaving us with the outward mechanical expression of it, instead of teaching us to go within deeper and open up the vast ocean of information that lies dormant in our DNA and in parts of the brain that we don't use. And that's why we have to really be careful, because the system produces slaves in ways we don't know.
Right.
You got motherfuckers that'll defend this shit. You ever seen the movie The Matrix where Lawrence Fishburne was talking to Neo, and he said, Neo, the more awakened that you become, part one, he said, the more awakened you become, you're going to have to look at these people as your enemy. He said, because before they get free, they believe in this system, and they're going to protect this system with their life, and they will kill you about this system. And that's what we got. That's why you had so many Uncle Toms that bang on your ass, but you couldn't even get close to certain white motherfuckers. The motherfucker Uncle Toms will spray you down. You seen Django.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they produced that mentality. Wood said something in the group the other day that was so powerful. And I'm glad he here, because if I fuck it up, because I'm known to do that, I'm going to fuck the flow up, but he going to correct me. He said, I don't know what bloodline y'all niggas is from, but I'm from the bloodline of we went against shit. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you got motherfuckers, and we can't forget that it's two different bloodlines. Well, it's more than two, but we're talking about the Tarman motherfuckers that wanted to help Massa. Then you had the Nat Turner bloodline, the motherfuckers that went against, that conspired against, that did everything against. You had the Harriet Tubmans and the Nat Turners. No, we getting the fuck off of here. Well, where we going? I don't give a fuck, long as it's away from here.
Right.
You had them Tommy motherfuckers, well, ain't no place better than this.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying with Massa. And so that's the mentality. As soon as you start criticizing a person's college education and their MAs and BAs that they paid all that goddamn money for, and they still got a motherfucking job that's so lackluster, you got all that so-called education for what?
For what?
For what?
Right.
You know
And
what
these
I'm
kids
saying?
had to sit there and watch a grown man, and I'm short, actually, he's like this, telling me how I'm wrong, and they ate already. So how can I switch their way of thinking? Just like I am. I'm teaching them the right way. Well, it's too late.
Wow.
He told me it's too late.
They've been on the planet that long.
He
huh?
said,
wow.
At 8, if they didn't learn this at home, you would think, I'm talking to somebody that's 80. He said that at 8, if they ain't learn it at home, they ain't getting it.
Yeah, they ain't getting it because you.
And the kids
you the
sitting here
reason why they ain't
watching
getting
the
it.
conversation. All I could do was get my things, get my students. We going back to our classroom because I don't want to even be a part of this because it doesn't make sense. Because y'all going to convince, because I work with behavioral children, y'all going to convince them that their nasty behavior to me is good because I don't teach the way y'all teach. No, we going to get out of here. And I bet you when they come back, they can read and spell.
That's terrible. That's the kind of niggas that they had. They eat from that kind of plantation.
Yeah.
Eat from them kind of niggas.
Yeah.
So that's why I be saying people that highly disagree with me. It's like, yo, I don't expect you to agree with me.
Yeah.
Because we're from two different kinds of bloodlines.
Right.
I'm from the rebellious. I'm from the challenger. You can't come and tell me anything. You came into my village and my ancestors' village, the bloodline I'm from. If they came in there with that bullshit, I was the one. I come from the bloodline that they was gonna question that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Hold up, you here? Because what?
Shit don't sound.
Yeah,
right.
no, I don't.
You know what I mean? I
We're
wasn't
just
the one
flowing
just
with
gonna
it.
go along with it. Like, well, we gotta give them a
Right.
chance. I'm not the okie doke motherfucker.
That's how I
A lot
felt.
of these motherfuckers
That's
just
how I
okey-doke.
felt
They
today.
just go along with get
And
along.
I was in a room with all of them, and everybody's looking and these were behavioral children we were working with. So they already reckless and ready to cuss people out. And everybody looking like, oh, she just full of shit. So this is, the other adults are all saying the same thing. She don't know anything. But now I'm going to show y'all my control because I can pick y'all up and leave here. And I'm still going to teach you what I know.
Yeah, I don't even like them environments where they put too many teachers over the minds of the youth. Either somebody's going to be
In
their
different ways.
teacher, and if they got another subject where they got to leave the class, I'm pretty sure they're too young for that. You don't even should have no sway over what I'm teaching my children. These are my kids who are in the custody of my enlightenment. Don't send nobody else to interfere with my way of thinking. I'm not. That's not.
School is so totally different in life.
Especially if we're not on the same accord.
We're in classrooms where you got first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade together. Just because they have an IEP or a learning disability of whatever level, they all in the same grade. So what we gonna start at kindergarten? So we're gonna teach all of them kindergarten? No, that don't make sense. I'm not going to teach a third grader kindergarten things. Right. She needs to know from third grade on. I need to be teaching her fourth grade. By the time I leave here in June, she gonna know some fourth and fifth grade stuff. And everybody who don't like Miss V, then it's okay. I see y'all tomorrow. I still get paid to show up.
If you build on it,
I'm not here to be foolish.
Think about it like it validates what me and Brother Knowledge be saying anyway. The word education comes from the Latin word educere, educere, or educara. It means to educe, to bring out. So you don't. Teachers think they're supposed to give you something. Really, a teacher's job is to bring out of you what is naturally there. To educe, to educate is to educe, educere, right? To bring out. And teachers don't do that. They think by giving us a bunch of dates and shit to memorize, by teaching us a bunch of shit, that you learned something.
Because she passed the test. You worked on this all week.
Yeah,
no.
You didn't pull or
I just memorized it.
You didn't pull or extract from them their natural ability.
Right.
And this is why they never discover their talent in life. It's because we don't pull out of them their natural ability. We too busy trying to tell them that Christopher Columbus discovered America, a bunch of bullshit that can't help them in reality anyway. And that's, you know what I'm saying, the sad reality.
Indoctrination camps.
Yep.
That's all it is. Schools, universities, all that shit, indoctrination camps. What you do when you finish, you get a receipt, a piece of paper that you sit on the wall and you taught to be proud of it. But if you look at it, it's just paper from a tree, just like another piece of paper with some black ink on it. You should be the validator of your achievement, not a piece of paper. A piece of paper should never be your validation of what you can do. You should supersede that paper all day because you really can't.
Every time.
Because you paid for it.
You paid for that.
Most of them paid for it. Don't go get
thousands of dollars for it.
They need a refund.
That part. Mike Willie's over on YouTube said, it's sad when you hear these young men today saying to each other, "What's up, dummy?"
Yeah,
he said he hate the hearing it, and what the females call each other, he ain't even gonna repeat.
It's sad, man. It's like
what's even worse.
Yeah,
Bitch, you crazy.
It's sad. It's sad. It's why we the only race of people that treat each other that way, but we demand all this respect from everybody else.
Right.
You know, everybody else got cultural pride, and we call that racism. But since we don't have it, we call it. I don't know what the fuck we call it. You know what I'm saying? Because we need the unity.
It's not self-pride, not self-love.
We need to practice it. Whatever it is we hate, we need to practice it. We claim that's what racism is. We need to start doing it.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing is not. What we're doing is genocide.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're doing this to each other.
We saying, hold up, don't kill us, well, I'm going to do it. That's what we're saying.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker trying to come in and save us. No, don't save us. We got this.
We're already killing each other. Why you coming over here?
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, it's just like self-reflection, man. Every time I think about it, it just pisses me off. You know what I mean?
One of the words.
I can't even think of two white people I had an argument with in my life. But I hear people always talking about oppression and slavery and white supremacy. It can't be supreme. You calling it supreme by you calling it supreme.
Right.
White ain't never been supremacy to me.
Right.
We don't never talk about black supremacy.
Yep.
We always talk about the shit that we deplore.
Yep.
We don't never talk about shit we aspire to be.
Right.
You know, and we wonder why we stay stagnant. You know, we don't never talk about perpetual motion, positive upliftment, elevation.
Right.
We talk about degradation and everything to take from and complaints and, you know, sob stories and pity me and like, yo, we got to start embracing the good and the
It's
light.
so unfortunate we start hitting certain buttons And Facebook is like, they about tired of me.
Oh, well.
They stopped it. I just,
So,
restarted it. I
Well, that's
restarted it.
good, Facebook. Y'all too, y'all part of that shit too.
yeah, no doubt. And if you think
Wipe
that,
this off of here along with it.
Right.
Fuck
and
it
if
up.
you think that we gonna sit in front of any camera and clown around and buffoon and do a bunch of silly shit, you sadly mistaken.
Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
watching everything everybody else fucking do, motherfucker. See if you can see that.
Right.
Black this shit out.
Right.
All fucking.
'Cause at the end of the day, I'm not one of those
demonic
sit down and shut ups anyway.
Them
So.
motherfuckers ain't never attend no school or nothing. All of them, Bill Gates, all of them. Where they come from? They the
Right.
extraterrestrials.
There we go.
They the motherfuckers that come out of nowhere, like just pop up. Where you come from?
Fuck up.
Right.
You know how many Elon Musk? Where y'all come from? Where y'all child reports at? Where y'all child histories?
Like
and
you
shit?
said, most people don't challenge you.
shifters.
Like most people probably would
Shit.
look at this and say, "Oh, they shut us down. We're gonna have to end the
Yeah,
show."
fuck
No,
it.
I'm gonna
Shut
go
this
back,
down, too.
type, say what I got to say to my answer, and I'm gonna restart the live. I'm going to challenge y'all. You need to tell me why I got to stop the live. Why I'm stopped, or I'll stop that when I'm.
We're gonna find out why. We're gonna keep saying shit
Yeah,
and
we-
keep triggering.
Because now I just restarted it, so now we got two.
Yeah,
They did that to
about
Sam's show earlier. I'm not thinking about them.
Facts.
It's all good though. That's what
Until they
happens.
call me on the phone and say, Veronica, we gotta explain some shit to you.
Fucking Luciferians.
Yeah, they want control.
It's crazy.
They only had the control that we give them.
Yeah,
That
we
part.
ain't-
Always
we ain't-
surrender our control to them. Oh, we need more police. We need more stop crime. And they put up all the cameras.
Right.
Like we complain about the shit that they use to take our freedom.
To
away.
take our freedom away.
You know what I mean? What the microchip? My dog missing. Now they come up with the implant and the chip. Find the dog. Now the chip is the phone. We was waiting for them to put it in our hand. But the chip is the phone.
Yeah.
You got the chip phone everywhere you
And
go.
you take it
You
everywhere
want
you
to
go.
microchip something, you motherfuckers? Microchip all my black women that keep coming up missing so we can track them and find out where the fuck
Woo,
they at.
woo.
Yeah, they can't
Yeah,
find
you
that.
can't find none of our black women that's missing, none of our black children that you motherfuckers keep kidnapping and molesting and shit. Put a tracker on them since you want to
All
track
this
something
child trafficking.
Yeah, all this
Yeah.
shit
Nobody
going
wanna
on.
talk about.
that nobody want to build on and speak on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, child trafficking at an all-time high. All
Straight
these
up.
missing babies.
Censorship. You
Yeah.
want to censor
And
us?
they
Huh?
using these kids for them blood rituals, them sacrifices.
That's right.
God,
I've heard that
Moloch.
so many
Yeah, them
times.
child sacrifices.
No doubt.
Taking
Mike
their
Willie said we
blood.
got freedom of speech. Mike, I know that, and I don't know how to shut up. Sometimes
I
it's
see
not a
you,
good
Brad.
thing, but
I use my
I am
freedom
who
of
I
speech.
am, and I'm gonna use it to the
Yeah.
That's
fullest.
right, Brandon Powers that be trying to silence us, God. That's right.
They do
It's all good.
Yeah, no doubt.
They dealing with the
You know what
wrong
I'm saying?
chick.
I bet you if we was on here talking about a bunch of silly bullshit and clowning and buffooning and talking about a bunch of shit that
They'll
don't
let
make
us
no
play
sense.
all
day
night
long.
Let
long.
this shit
And
go.
see this is what my problem is when it came to the hip hop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like since they're not feeding you, you're gonna stop reaching the people. So I'm gonna
Right.
start stooping down, lowering my vibration and catering to the fuck music that the Jews gonna pay me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, perpetuate your own demise, talk about genocide, fuck the bitches, and sell dope and shit to your people.
Right.
Right.
As long as you doing that and switches and killing each other, we'll pay you.
Right.
And we so crazy, we'll go for it.
And
That's
go
when we
for it.
sacrificing our soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We bankrupt our soul for some status.
And before
Right.
they realize
You know
that
what
you
I mean?
all the way in and you trying to stand for something, then
And
you
that's
like
why
Diddy,
those
you locked
motherfuckers
up.
like Gilly and them motherfuckers had to do all them sacrifices and shit to get that little bit of punk ass bread they got.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sacrificing
And
a
they-
child to these motherfuckers.
And they ain't gonna be able to say half of
Sacrifice.
none of what they want to
No
say,
doubt.
what they
None of
bold
that.
enough to say, because
Yeah.
now you underneath for these people.
Yeah, and then if you got a strong image that young black men look up to, they gonna feminize your
Yeah,
ass
they
and make
gonna
you put the
feminize you.
motherfucking coochie cutter shorts on a man.
Uh-oh.
or Fucking midriff top and have you
All that.
walking out on some, what his name, Young Thug. He don't know what the fuck he want to be.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Now
Have
when you see
you
the
come
big
out
picture, the
basketball
population
players with dresses and wedding gowns on and shit. And y'all looking around wondering why they do that. Yeah, because they sold their motherfucking soul. That's why they do that.
So earlier got cut for talking about
they
this.
don't have
Clark
no
say, "What's
freedom."
up, y'all?
Yeah,
Hold it
what's
down."
up, Clark?
Yeah, peace, gang. Hey, homie, how you feeling?
Yeah, man. but
Shout
that
out
shit
to my
crazy.
man Clark, man,
We
and
gotta
that podcast.
Yeah.
We got a
You know what
weekend.
I'm
We got a
saying?
lot of waking up to do.
Definitely got to wake up the
We gotta wake up
masses,
fast.
man.
Yeah, and we gotta wake up fast.
Nobody
Because
cares.
things are
about it.
happening
One time we had a little bit of
quickly.
mercy from some cultures, but now we ain't
Nope.
got no mercy from no
Yeah,
cultures.
man. Everybody
Nope.
looking
So
at
it's
us
like,
like
damn, we
fucked up.
like, yo. So it's like, damn, why I gotta get to this point for us to wake up?
Right.
You know, shit gotta get bad, gotta get worse before it get good.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
yeah.
it goes bad before it go forward. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
So it's like, yo, we done took too many steps backwards. It's like now we should be ready to launch fucking forward.
No
You
doubt.
know what I mean? But
Yeah, man, that agenda don't fit out nothing that we got going, man. So y'all can, if y'all was even thinking about coming at us, y'all can keep that shit.
no
You know what
doubt.
I'm saying? We ain't soul sellers over here, man. We either gonna wake up the masses or that we gonna just wake up the masses. That's just what
That's
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else to do.
That's
You
just
know,
what it
there's
is.
wokeism going on.
Right.
You got a lot of isms going on, man, and it's fake and it's phony. It's outside of everything that you stood on or ever knew.
Right.
I ain't never seen this many people claim to be this invested and
No,
emotionally
it's
driven
okay.
by politics.
Right.
I never saw it ever. Somebody, they act like they so emotionally attached to this shit, and their reality not being reflected in no kind of way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, the crying and whining days over with.
No doubt.
Help somebody, do that. Let's try to start doing that. Find somebody to fucking
I
help.
tell you, social media is something
Right.
else.
You know what I'm
They're gonna get
saying?
sick of me. Everybody gets sick of my mouth. What is it about me?
What they say?
Just keep on shutting down each thing after thing. I guess they feel like I'm gonna stop reloading, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, right back at it. That's what we do. We keep
Yeah.
firing
Right
back.
down.
Firing back.
Facts. But that's what it is, man. This what we come with. We come with the realness, man. We ain't
Yeah.
caught up on these motherfuckers who supposed to be enlighteners and then get in front of the camera and give you half-ass truths and got all these long fancy ass names and then they giving you a bunch of weak ass information that
Right.
they done learned
Right.
from
Watered
somebody
down
else. Look at that now, my shit done shut
Yeah,
down.
I just can't stand imposters, man. I just hate them imposters.
Still doing it.
Yeah, we shutting down. They shutting shit down. Fuck.
Mm.
Shut it down.
They doing it. This is ridiculous. I don't know who calling no more loud. Oh, I'm in front of that one. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
It's real weird. We actually 1 minute past our time. If y'all want to say y'all shutting it down because of the time, knock yourself out. I already know what it really is. I'm
You
told
still
all the
rolling,
time to
you know?
shut up.
Yeah. Still on that.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense of me even starting mine back
Y'all
up.
still on? Was we?
Yeah, we still on over here. Remember I told you I restarted it. It's the Instagram. They telling me why they won't let me play that video.
Yeah, but that's what it is, man. We just hope y'all got something out of it, get something out of it, or put something into it. If you don't get nothing out of it, put something into
No
it.
doubt.
Don't be one of them people sitting back on the sideline critiquing and ain't saying shit.
Yep.
You think something should be said or added, add your comment.
Add on,
That shit
build
don't mean
on that.
nothing if you ain't gonna build on it.
Facts.
Or if
Speak
you ain't
on it.
manifesting it, you know what I mean? What's your service to humanity? How are you helping humanity move forward?
Right.
What is your contribution? What are you giving back to the world? Because I know we all taking from the world. But
Right.
it's like, what are we giving back to the world? That's where it starts.
Yes,
Figuring out
indeed.
where we giving back to the world, and if we're not, how can we?
Right.
We need to give back to the world. The world is hurting.
No
The
doubt.
world need it from all
Yeah.
angles. So we
Facts.
suffering, and we suffering as a people the most because we don't come to each other aid enough.
No
Why,
doubt.
when a white man turns his back, then we feel like, okay, now we gotta help each other.
Mhm.
That's because we shouldn't have been that less dependent anyway from the get go.
No doubt.
Because when homes were built close knit and families lived with families, those were some of the best times to me.
Best times, the poor time we ain't had, and we had to make it work. You know what I mean?
That shit was the
they
best times to me.
But
Facts.
just think about at those times, it seemed like it was the worst time. Same like right now,
You
it seems like
thought,
these
yeah.
are some worst times.
Mhm.
But we're gonna look back 2 years from now and look back like, boy, I remember when we had it.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like the times that we're in now are the best times.
Yeah.
Even though they seem like the worst times.
Facts.
That's because in time, as you move forward, everything becomes more,
Yeah,
2 times as intense.
as intense as before.
Yeah. So appreciate, congratulate, celebrate, and demonstrate.
Love on somebody.
Yeah.
No
Help
doubt.
somebody. Who you help lately?
Service to people, man.
Yeah, service to humanity.
Get a Justice Cipher born, man. Get a job, man, to help your peeps, man. Stop playing games.
Before
with it.
we go, I want y'all to give-
coming back. Sorry to tell you, they're not coming back.
Please say that again.
They not coming back. They sitting there keep checking their account every day. That man ain't playing. Y'all let them illegals come in this motherfucker and fuck it up for everybody. That's just how it is. Let too many people in, they fuck it up, they blow the whistle on it, fuck it up for everybody. Now you saying no, still give it to us anyway. Hell no, who would do that? I wouldn't even respect.
But then you lose to people who know how to garden and grow their own shit. So if they don't get stamps, they know how to plant and improvise and make that stuff. Y'all sitting here looking stupid, wondering what line you gonna go to get something free.
Improvise about we gonna go and break in and steal and all that. Well, go right in. They got a sell for your ass.
That part.
Food and other food, out here food. Okay, cool.
I don't
But
want
it's
no
man, we
jail.
just gotta learn how to be a little bit more self-reliant, man.
Yeah.
Stop waiting on master and the government. It's like they protest one week, no king. Then the very next week they want the king to give them the food stamp. Like, which one is it?
Come
no
on.
kings are king.
Which one is it?
Kings to me is making you put that motherfucking jab in your arm where you ain't gonna have no work. Kings to me is Obamacare, forcing you to get it or else your ass gonna get fined. That's kings to me. That's dictatorship to me. So while they calling Obama this great hero, which he not, that Obamacare ain't did shit but force people to get it, and if you didn't, you got penalized for it.
Yeah.
That's force. That's authoritarianism.
Right. That's
Ain't
a
nothing-
dictatorship.
That's dictatorship.
That's a dictatorship.
So it's like when I be talking to people, it's like, y'all don't want to hear about no Obama, the color of his skin, or no Kamala. She was locking parents up for truancy. That's what I see when I see them. Locking men up for weed and shit. Shit I see when I see them. I don't see the greatness that they want me to see. And people want you to exchange what they want you to see.
But what
you
makes them
see
so
in your
great?
eyes.
Because they're black
Because
and they're in
they're
the
black.
office.
And then she don't even say it. Like, we keep
Right.
making people
Playing the
be
black
something.
card.
That be one of
They did that with Tiger Woods. They gonna make them be black. The man said I'm an octoroon. That mean I'm mixed with 8 different things.
Polynesian.
Yeah, he's like I'm an octoroon. They,
How y'all
he
go-
didn't even say he black. So the fuck what?
They did that with Mariah Carey. She kept on saying, I'm not black.
people
Like,
be
let
who they
these people
wanna
be
be.
who they want to be.
Yeah.
Y'all want to claim somebody.
They
You got
want
somebody
to
right down the
deny their
street
heritage.
that is black, probably related to you. You probably cut their throat before you cut
Yeah,
anybody
so,
else.
Man, we gotta stop that hypocritical shit, and they need to be called out on it. That's why I call them out on that shit, man. That phony shit.
Yeah.
You selling all the dope in the hood, but you for your people. But you making money off of killing and poisoning your people. Come on, man.
Make
so
it
when
make
I know
sense.
that shit, you can't talk to me about no black shit. Because I know that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't for real. You can't come at me and tell me nothing like, I'm about my people, I'm for my people. But you on the block every day selling fentanyl and shit like that. Killing your people.
Killing your people.
Like, nah, you can't talk to me about that. So when I be speaking to certain individuals, I'm saying, not you. You can't come at me like that.
Right.
Because we showing we help like our people.
Right.
Despite with a political view, religious view, or whatever, our work speak for itself.
The work speaks for
Versus a motherfucker talking that shit. Yeah, I'm pro-black. I'm with the black this, black
Thank
that,
you.
black that.
Thank you.
But yet, then you the same motherfucker won't even let you lend your neighbor $10. Or help that little kid get his pair of shoes because you know
That
his
part.
mother's struggling. But you'll rather go blow it in the club, blow it on a bottle, and blow it on all kinds of shit.
Dumb
In the
shit.
club. You know what I mean?
Knowing the kid next door ain't ate in days.
Right, I remember I first came home and I went to the Super Bowl and shit down there in Miami. We didn't go to the game, but we went down there. We was down there for the weekend. And I'm out with my homeboys and shit. I'm really just getting out of jail, so I ain't really have a lot of money, but I was good.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers wanted to go in the club and blow $2,500, $3,500 on a section.
I think it's stupid.
And I blew the whole night because I had to let them know, like, yo, I know y'all not ready going here, and I'm over this bitch hurting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can use that. Why can't I get that $3,500 shit? That'll help
Yo,
me a lot.
That's what I don't get.
Fact.
That's what I don't get.
Got some niggas in jail that could use a money order.
Yeah, no
and you
doubt.
niggas great going
Y'all out here throwing it away.
money on a fucking section to stand around and look at some bitches that don't give a fuck about you.
And all you got is one
And
little
you
real
just
rope
standing there
between
looking
y'all.
at them and shit. Ain't getting no pussy, no nothing.
Just
Just
look.
standing there looking like you got money and
Right.
knowing you ain't.
The only motherfuckers like
And you got
showboat.
niggas in the joint that don't have shit, that need help with a lawyer, need commissary money, and you ain't sent them that shit. So of course me being me, I called all of them out there. I fucked the
course
whole
you
night
did.
up. Ain't nobody going.
Of course you did. Of course you
We
did.
ain't go nowhere.
That's
that
what I
night.
love about him.
Fuck
Of course
that
you
shit.
did.
No, I'm not supporting that shit. You ain't get all putting in $500 a piece to pay for a table.
You know how many
Why don't
kids
y'all
y'all
put
can
that
go to
$500
school
piece
and
put it in my
feed?
fucking pocket?
I know. I just came uptown. Like, y'all,
yeah, like,
come
why
on.
you don't think like that?
I don't
Like,
understand
it's
it.
like we don't even want to help each other. We'll go give it to the stranger.
And right,
Quick.
motherfucker, we don't even
We'll give
know.
it to the stranger quick. We'll tip them strippers. They ain't even look you in your eye yet. Ain't even recognize you throwing money. I tell you, yo, let me hold $20 real quick. To back, blah, blah. Man, shit, I got, You know, it's like,
Really?
do you like me? Do you even like me?
Oh,
like,
God,
am I
this
being
shit.
deceived? Like, I think I got a wrong judge of character. Because you went in there and blew all that bread, and I'm out here, you know my situation.
Don't even know them
For one night. So you got it like that?
Yeah, if you got it
You
like
know what I'm
that,
saying?
This nigga's carrying on over here. People trying to darken us out. I'm about to read this before we wrap up. Out of Exile podcast, while we in a laughing mood, said, Tola Kim, we saw that dome when he lifted that head up.
I cut my hair down. Everybody, I ain't never had my hair this low.
I didn't even notice it until
Yeah, I cut it down.
I didn't notice it until he said it, and I've been wanted to read it, but I know when now it's getting a roll, I like to see him get excited. And people actually tell me that, like, oh, great, go in. They look at you on the show like that, so I ain't want to stop.
Boy,
Yeah.
Mega! Don't let me start my mega
What my son say? He going to double dutch you. He going to get you.
Mega.
All right, y'all. Let's let them know the groups and locations.
Yeah, no doubt. Uncommon Dialogue, 1049 West Side Toga Street on Tuesdays, 6:30 to 8:30, where men talk about real men things using chess logic to rationalize and problem solve everything out here in this reality.
No doubt. Peace to our supporters, man. Love y'all. For the ones that we do have, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting our group. 5400 Preakness Way. Healing, elevating, analyzing, and learning. For those that don't know, this Thursday, by invite, you will be invited to the Giving Thanks, Heal, and Uncommon Dialogue Salute to our supporters.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, yeah, absolutely.
The flyer coming soon as it get made.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause I was going to say I didn't get invited, so.
Your flyer is coming soon as.
Okay. All right. I just thought I would say it. I just thought I would just bring it up. Just in case somebody say, Miss V, you know about, I don't know nothing about it. I didn't get
Well,
invited.
this is the thing though. You know, man, y'all go so hard. If you ain't coming eating my shit if you ain't been supporting.
And one thing y'all do is feed the people.
Yeah.
Y'all feed the people.
Yeah.